Why Microsoft deserves a spot on your radar. Author Neil Chinnock, Chief Business Administrator, iTech SEO's Changing Playbook. Introduction. If you want to make an impact online today, being invisible on search engines just isn't an option. The web has become the backbone of how we work, shop, learn, and connect, and showing up in search results is the new storefront window. SEO, short for search engine optimization, has gone from a specialist trick to a must-have for anyone who wants to reach an audience. Most people reflexively say Google when they talk about search, but that tunnel vision means missing out on Microsoft's quietly growing clout. Through Bing and a vast array of interconnected tools, Microsoft is shifting the search landscape in ways that are easy to overlook but impossible to ignore. Chaffee, 2022. While Google still holds the crown, Microsoft's influence can make all the difference, sometimes in surprising places. This video traces SEO's transformation, explores Microsoft's unique role, contrasts its approach with Google's, and offers hands-on strategies for success, focusing on the UK and drawing on up-to-date sources in Cite Them Right 12th edition Harvard reference-style format. The takeaway? Serious contenders for online visibility can't afford to leave Microsoft out of the equation. 1. SEO's backstory. The journey from directories to smart algorithms. There was a time when finding things online meant digging through clunky directories, and early search engines like Yahoo or AltaVista worked on pretty primitive rules, mainly matching keywords and counting links. Enge et al. In 2015. Back then, tricks like stuffing pages with keywords or piling on dubious links worked, at least until the search engines started cracking down with more intelligent algorithms that could spot the cheats. Fishkin, 2018. The launch of Google in 1998, powered by PageRank, turned SEO on its head. Suddenly, it wasn't enough to repeat keywords. You had to earn authority, provide relevance, and create a good experience for visitors. Chaffee and Amp, Ellis Chadwick, 2019. Over time, with updates like Panda, Penguin, and Hummingbird, Google and its rivals have gotten better at rewarding genuinely useful content and penalizing the rest. Moz, 2023. 1.2. SEO. Today, more than just keywords, modern SEO is a multidimensional effort. It covers technical aspects like speed, security, and mobile design, as well as building robust, relevant content and earning credible links. Enge et al. 2015. Search engines now rely on AI, process natural language, and use data about how people actually search to deliver results that feel almost personal. Microsoft, 2024. With voice search, snippets, and AI chat features entering the mix, optimizing for search goes way beyond tweaking a few keywords. It's a process that demands constant attention, flexibility, and creativity. Chaffee, 2022. Key point. The evolution of SEO is a story of search engines getting ever better at surfacing trustworthy, high-quality information, while keeping out spam and manipulation. 2. Microsoft's growing role in search. 2.1 Bing's influence is bigger than you think. Google may be the default for many, but Bing is no accidental player. Pre-installed on every Windows device and tightly linked with Microsoft's full range of products, Bing claims a respectable share of desktop searches, about 7% in the UK, which adds up to millions of daily queries. StatCounter, 2024. Statista, 2024. Bing's reach goes further than its own brand. It powers search for Yahoo, Amazon Alexa, and previously supplied results for Apple's Siri. It's also behind the search bar on Windows PCs, Edge browsers, and Xbox consoles. Microsoft, 2023. For lots of users, switching away just isn't worth the hassle. 2.2. Microsoft's digital ecosystem. Microsoft's influence is woven through everyday tools like Office 365, Teams, LinkedIn, and Edge. Bing is built into these platforms, allowing users to search the web from a Teams chat, the Windows search bar, or within Office apps. Microsoft, 2023. For many in business or education, Bing is an ever-present part of the workflow. Microsoft's purchase of LinkedIn and push into AI have only made its digital footprint larger. LinkedIn has become a core professional search platform, increasingly integrated with Bing's technology. Statista 2024. Key point. If your audience works in business, government, or education, showing up in Microsoft's search ecosystem is essential. 2.3 Microsoft's AI ambitions. Microsoft has made huge investments in artificial intelligence, especially through its collaboration with OpenAI. Bing now features natural language processing and conversational search. Think of its Copilot tool that provides nuanced, context-rich responses to complex queries. Vincent, 2023. Microsoft, 2024. This pivot to AI positions Microsoft as a frontrunner in the next phase of search, where users expect not just answers, but smart, tailored responses, sometimes even outclassing what Google can offer. Microsoft, 2024. Real-world example. Argos, a leading UK retailer, grew Bing conversions by 12% after optimizing their site for AI-driven features, like featured snippets and direct answers. Retail Gazette, 2024. 3. Google versus Microsoft SEO, what you need to know. 3.1 Differences in algorithms. While both companies value relevance, trust, and user experience, they weigh different factors. Google is famous for its complex ranking system, an emphasis on expertise, authority, and trust. Moz, 2023. Bing, meanwhile, still gives weight to things Google has largely set aside. 3.1.1 Meta keywords and domain names. Bing still considers meta keywords and places importance on domains that exactly match the search phrase, unlike Google, which largely ignores these. Fishkin, 2022. 3.1.2 Social media's role. Bing openly factors in social media activity, such as shares and likes, when ranking pages. Engay et al., 2015. For Google, these signals are less direct. 3.1.3 Multimedia emphasis. Bing excels at indexing images and video. If your site relies on rich media, Bing may be more rewarding than Google, which is still heavily text-oriented. Microsoft, 2023. 3.1.4 Links and domain authority. Both engines want to see high-quality backlinks. But Google is stricter and less forgiving of old link-building tactics, while Bing is more lenient and trusts established domains more readily. Fishkin, 2022. Key point. Effective SEO now means understanding the unique quirks of both Google and Bing, and adjusting your strategy to fit. 3.4 Google versus Microsoft, a deeper dive. While a surface-level look might suggest Google and Bing are interchangeable, the reality for search marketers is far more nuanced. Their algorithms, crawling processes, and ranking philosophies have meaningful differences that can significantly affect your SEO outcomes. 3.4.1 Content quality and ranking philosophy. Google's page ranking system is famously opaque and constantly evolving. It's obsessed with EEAT, experience, expertise, authoritativeness, trustworthiness, and uses a combination of hundreds of ranking signals, many powered by AI, to assess page quality. Moz, 2023. For example, Google's Helpful Content Update, 2023, specifically targets content written for search engines rather than for people, penalizing thin or overly optimized pages. Google Search Central, 2023. Bing, by contrast, is more transparent about its ranking factors. In a 2021 Webmaster Guidelines update, Microsoft laid out its focus on relevance, quality, and credibility, user engagement, freshness, and page load time. Microsoft, 2023. For instance, Bing's algorithm still gives weight to exact match domains and rewards content with clear, well-structured answers, sometimes even elevating a less authoritative site if its response is direct and digestible. Fishkin, 2022. 3.4.2 Crawling and indexing. Google's crawler, Googlebot, is relentless and wide-reaching, but it can sometimes be slow to recrawl low-authority or rapidly changing sites. It also enforces strict rules around canonical tags, robots, text, and duplicate content. Google Search Central, 2023. Bingbot, on the other hand, is known for being more polite. It crawls less aggressively, which can be a double-edged sword. Sites with frequent updates may notice delays in Bing's indexing, but it tends to be more forgiving of small technical glitches. Bing is also more likely to index non-HTML content, such as PDFs or PowerPoint files, an advantage for academic, government, or business sites with lots of downloadable material. British Library, 2023. 3.4.3 Technical SEO, Sitemaps, Schema, and Speed. Both engines value well-structured sitemaps and schema markup, but Bing's requirements are stricter and more prescriptive. Bing's Webmaster Guidelines, 2023, push for thorough use of schema.org markup, especially for articles, events, and organizational data. Google is more flexible, often parsing context from messier markup, but will penalize sites misusing structured data. Microsoft, 2023. Google Search Central, 2023. Bing is also more likely to reward sites that load quickly on desktop, as opposed to Google's mobile-first indexing strategy. This means that for sectors where desktop use is higher, such as B2B, government, and education, optimizing for desktop performance can pay dividends on Bing, whereas Google's top concern is mobile speed. Statista, 2024. 3.4.4 Image and Video SEO. Google Images is a behemoth, but Bing's image search is surprisingly robust, and in some cases more forgiving. Bing image search rewards descriptive file names, alt text, and especially original images. Microsoft, 2023. It also surfaces images in web search results more often than Google, which tends to silo images into its own tab. For video SEO, Bing is ahead in embedding video previews directly in SERPs, and it indexes video transcripts and captions more aggressively. For content creators, this means providing detailed video metadata and transcripts can result in higher visibility on Bing, even if Google doesn't always index the same content as promptly. Enge et al., 2015. 3.4.5 Authority Signals, Backlinks, Age, and Trust. Google is laser-focused on backlink quality. Toxic backlinks or manipulative link building are quickly penalized. That said, earning legitimate links from high-authority domains, such as .gov, DaySat UK, or reputable media, remains a powerful driver of rankings. Moz, 2023. Bing is more forgiving of older link-building strategies. It places additional trust in mature domains, and in some cases, it's less likely to penalize for a handful of questionable links if the site overall appears credible. Fishkin, 2022. For businesses with a long-established digital presence, but not a cutting-edge content strategy, Bing may deliver better results. 3.4.6 Local SEO and Maps. Google My Business, now Google Business Profile, dominates local search in most industries, with detailed business listings, reviews, and map integrations. Bing Places for Business is a close parallel but is less competitive, meaning businesses can often achieve higher visibility with less effort. Microsoft, 2023. For UK businesses targeting local audiences, especially those in B2B or public sector spaces, where Microsoft is heavily used, claiming and optimizing Bing Places listings is often low-hanging fruit. 3.4.7 Social Media Signals. The Bing Advantage. Bing openly incorporates social engagement into its ranking algorithm. This includes likes, shares, and comments on platforms such as LinkedIn, Facebook, and X, formerly Twitter. Google's relationship with social signals is murkier. While social activity can lead to more backlinks and brand searches, it isn't a direct ranking factor. Enge et al., 2015. For organizations with strong social presences, especially on LinkedIn, now under Microsoft ownership, Bing can be more responsive. Viral campaigns, in particular, can trigger spikes in Bing rankings that are rarely mirrored as quickly on Google. 3.4.8 AI and Answer Engine Revolution. With ChatGPT and OpenAI integrations, Bing is pushing hard into answer engine territory, serving up direct conversational responses to complex queries. Google's featured snippets and people also ask boxes are similar, but Bing's Copilot often provides more nuanced, context-aware answers, especially for long-tail or research-heavy queries. Vincent, 2023. Microsoft, 2024. For SEO professionals, this means optimizing content not just for keywords, but for clear, structured answers, using schema markup, FAQ sections, and conversational copy to increase the chances of being featured in AI-powered responses. 3.5 Practical Dual Optimization: Strategies and Pitfalls. SEO practitioners working in the UK or internationally are increasingly realizing the need for dual optimization. This requires balancing the sometimes competing demands of Google and Bing, avoiding the temptation to over-optimize for one at the expense of the other. Keyword strategy. Google rewards semantic search and long-tail queries, while Bing still values exact matches and keyword-rich domains. Successful sites often blend both approaches, ensuring content is readable and conversational, but still includes clear, targeted keywords. Chaffee and Amp. Ellis Chadwick, 2019. Content structure. Google favors longer, in-depth articles with robust internal linking. Bing appreciates clear headings, bullet points, and direct answers near the top of the page. Content creators should balance depth with scannability. Technical stack. Google's mobile-first approach means responsive design is crucial, but Bing's desktop orientation makes it worth testing for both device types. Sites should also use both Google Search Console and Bing Webmaster Tools for holistic performance tracking. Microsoft 2023, Google Search Central 2023. Backlink portfolio. While quality is king for both, Bing is less punitive of historic or less fashionable links. Don't prune your entire backlink profile just for Google. Historic authority still has value in Bing's index. Pitfall example. A UK e-commerce company overly focused on Google removed hundreds of old backlinks as part of a link detox campaign. While their Google rankings improved, they saw a noticeable drop in Bing-driven traffic, as those older links had been a signal of trust and domain age for Bing. Retail Gazette, 2024. Summary 3.6. Beyond Google and Microsoft, the role of other search engines. While Google and Bing dominate the SEO conversation, they aren't the only players in the search engine market. For marketers who want to capture every possible audience, understanding how other search engines operate and where they matter most can provide unique advantages, especially for certain demographics, privacy-minded users, or international markets. 3.6.1 DuckDuckGo. Privacy as a differentiator. DuckDuckGo has steadily grown its user base, appealing to people who value privacy and want to avoid being tracked across the web. Unlike Google and Bing, DuckDuckGo doesn't build user profiles or tailor results based on previous searches. Instead, it aggregates results from hundreds of sources, including Bing, and applies its own ranking layer, DuckDuckGo 2024. For SEO professionals, this means optimizing for DuckDuckGo is less about targeting a secret algorithm and more about following solid, ethical SEO practices, relevant content, clean site structure, and strong backlinks. Since DuckDuckGo leans heavily on Bing's index, improvements made for Bing often carry over. However, local SEO is less precise, and paid ads are less prominent, meaning organic optimization is even more crucial. 3.6.2. Yahoo. Legacy influence and Bing partnership. Yahoo was once the search king, and while its market share has dwindled, it remains relevant, especially in certain regions and as the default on some older devices. In practice, Yahoo search is powered by Bing, so SEO efforts for Bing will naturally impact Yahoo rankings as well. StatCounter 2024. That said, Yahoo maintains its own ecosystem of news, finance, and email platforms. Companies with content partnerships or syndication agreements may find value in optimizing for Yahoo's audience, particularly with news and financial content. 3.6.3. Ecosia. Search with a purpose. Ecosia is a not-for-profit search engine that uses its ad revenue to fund tree planting initiatives worldwide. Its search results are powered by Bing, but with a unique, eco-friendly brand identity, Ecosia 2024. While its overall market share is small, hovering around 1% in the UK, Ecosia's audience is passionate and loyal, with many users choosing it as their default, especially in environmentally conscious communities and organizations. For SEO, optimizing for Bing is the fastest route to visibility on Ecosia. Brands with strong sustainability messaging may also find this an effective way to align their digital presence with their values. 3.6.4 Baidu and Yandex, Global Search Engines. Outside the Anglophone world, Baidu, China, and Yandex, Russia, are dominant forces. Baidu, for instance, controls over 65% of China's search market, Statista 2024. Its algorithm prioritizes local language content, compliance with Chinese regulations, and fast-loading mobile pages. Yandex, meanwhile, remains the top choice for Russian-speaking users, favoring Cyrillic text, locally hosted domains, and its own set of ranking factors. Yandex 2024. For UK businesses targeting international markets, understanding these engines is critical. Baidu requires websites to be in simplified Chinese, hosted in China, and compliant with local rules. Yandex rewards deep local relevance and integrates heavily with Russian social platforms. 3.6.5 Niche and vertical search engines. There are also specialist engines catering to specific sectors. For example, YouTube, for video, Amazon, for e-commerce, and LinkedIn, for professional content. Each have their own search algorithms and ranking factors. Optimizing for these platforms involves different tactics. Think video SEO on YouTube, product data optimization on Amazon, or keyword-rich profiles and posts on LinkedIn. Key point: while Google and Bing should anchor your SEO strategy, don't overlook the influence of smaller, purpose-driven, or international search engines, especially if you serve niche markets, value privacy, or operate globally. 4. Microsoft-ready SEO strategies. 4.1 On-page optimization for Bing. Key priorities for Bing include using exact match keywords where they fit naturally in titles and tags, including meta keywords, still relevant for Bing, structuring content with clear headings and concise paragraphs, optimizing images and videos, including descriptive file names and alt text. 4.2 Social media and link building. Bing places greater value on social engagement. Boost your visibility by sharing content regularly on LinkedIn, X, and Facebook. Encouraging real user engagement, comments, shares, likes. Building links from reputable sources. Real-world example. A viral LinkedIn campaign helped a UK charity soar in Bing's rankings. Charity Digital, 2023. 4.3 Tapping into Microsoft's ecosystem. To fully leverage Bing's integration, test your site on Microsoft browsers and Windows devices for smooth performance. Claim your Bing Places listing to show up in local results. Microsoft, 2023. Pair Microsoft advertising with organic tactics for maximum reach. Chaffee, 2022. 4.4 Content that resonates on Bing. For Bing, content best practices include featuring rich media, images, infographics, and videos, writing in-depth, authoritative articles, using conversational Q&A, sections for AI-driven search features. Key point: success on Bing comes from pairing technical excellence with engaging, multimedia-rich, and shareable content. 5. The business upside of Microsoft SEO. 5.1 Who's on Bing? Bing users in the UK tend to be older, more affluent, and often work in business or government. Prime targets for B2B, finance, and education. Statista, 2024. Key point: Bing's audience is especially valuable for organizations chasing professional or high-income customers. 5.2 Cheaper, more effective ads. Microsoft advertising is typically less crowded, making clicks cheaper and ROI higher. LinkedIn targeting sweetens the deal for B2B marketers. Chaffee, 2022, Statista, 2024. 5.3 Trust and visibility in big institutions. Since Bing is often the default in organizations, appearing prominently there is crucial for brands looking to build trust in government, education, and enterprise. Gov.uk, 2023. 5.4 Stand out from the crowd. With most competitors still prioritizing Google, early movers on Microsoft SEO can gain visibility and dominate niches with high Bing uptake. Chaffee, 2022. Key point. Investing in Microsoft SEO now can give your brand a serious edge, especially where the competition is still sleeping on Bing. 6. The road ahead for Microsoft SEO. 6.1 AI and conversational search. Microsoft's integration of OpenAI's tech means search is getting smarter and more conversational. To stay visible, websites need concise, authoritative answers for featured snippets, structured data easy for AI to parse, natural, Q&A, A-style content. 6.2 Keeping up with algorithm shifts. Bing's ranking factors are always evolving, sometimes mirroring Google, sometimes striking out on their own. Microsoft, 2024. Staying ahead means regular site audits, proactive monitoring, and ongoing learning. Key point. The most successful SEO strategies are built on agility, experimentation, and a willingness to adapt. 6.3 Showcasing results. Proving ROI is crucial. That means tracking Bing-specific traffic and conversions, mapping Bing's impact on the wider marketing funnel, iteratively improving based on hard data. 7. When Microsoft SEO pays off. Case studies. 7.1 Argos. Retail gains with Bing AI. Argos embraced Bing's AI features, optimized for smart snippets and rich content, and saw a 12% uptick in Bing conversions, with Microsoft Ads providing extra lift. Retail Gazette, 2024. 7.2 The Open University. Targeting mature students. Focused technical SEO and content, plus targeted Microsoft and LinkedIn ads, help the Open University increase Bing-driven applications. Open University, 2024. 7.3 Trail Finders. Lower ad costs, higher returns. By taking advantage of Bing's strengths, especially LinkedIn integration, Trail Finders cut acquisition costs by a fifth. Travel Weekly, 2023. 7.4 The British Library. Legacy content finds its audience. Bing's support for older file types keeps the British Library's archives accessible to researchers and the public. British Library, 2023. 8. What SEO pros should do next. 8.1 Think beyond Google. Bing is a vital channel in many sectors. Customize your SEO to suit both Google and Bing, accounting for their distinct rules and audiences. 8.2 Leverage Microsoft Suite. Bing's reach extends through Windows, Edge, Office, and LinkedIn. Make use of Bing Places, ensure compatibility, and consider Microsoft Ads for paid visibility. 8.3 Optimize for the AI era. Start preparing your site for AI-powered search. Use structured data, FAQ sections, and conversational content. 8.4 Stay vigilant. Monitor performance through Bing and Google's tools. Regularly audit your site and adapt as needed. 8.5 Prioritize authority and quality. Build genuinely useful, authoritative content. Earn reputable backlinks and engage actively on social media. Key point. Long-term SEO wins go to those who stay nimble, experiment fearlessly, and keep raising the bar. Conclusion. SEO is always in motion, shaped by new tech and evolving user habits. Google may still be king, but Microsoft, thanks to Bing and a vast digital ecosystem, is now essential for anyone serious about search visibility. With AI integration, a unique audience, and untapped competitive advantages, Microsoft's platforms can't be ignored. Brands that adapt will reach wider, get better returns, and secure their digital future. Those that don't? They'll be left behind as the market moves on. References. Thanks for watching.